Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sawadikap and good morning to all members. First and foremost, we would like to wish welcome to members from ICT, investors, analysts, and everyone at the opportunity day of INGRS Industrial Thailand Public Company Limited or IIT. Indeed, ต้อนรับเข้าสู่ opportunity day ของบริษัท INGRS Industrial Thailand จำกัดมหาชน Let me introduce myself. My name is Hamidi bin Maulud, President, Chief Executive Officer of INGRS Industrial Thailand Public Limited Company. Together with me today is our Group Financial Officer, Kun Sharizad bin Saidin.
Sawadikap.
So we are very unfortunate in this event being held during the pandemic situation, but thus we are unable to meet face to face and answer your question directly. So we missed the opportunity, but nevertheless, we believe that one of our participating opportunity event in INGRS online is keen to know, and also we want to keep abreast all the latest information within the group. We will try our best to give you all the insights, and also sincerely hope that during the end of the session, all of you will have a very better and clear understanding for INGRS, what's going on within the group, and also our steps moving forward. Today, INGRS would like to share a little bit more on our operation and our performance for the financial year ending 2020, as well as moving forward for our business direction and growth. This will make everybody within the investor community have a clearer look at what we have in the future. Currently, the growing COVID pandemic also affected most countries globally and has caused huge impact to the economies around the world. During this difficult time, thank you and to all our customers, suppliers, staff, and also management team that we have managed to ride through the challenges until today. Though it's not yet over, we are prepared and also ready to steer the company for the benefits of our stakeholders moving forward. Okay, today we will brief the audience with overview of INGRS, followed by our natures of operation of business, financial highlights, INGRS future outlook. Then later we'll take up questions from all the audience. Okay, going for INGRS overview. So currently this is INGRS group structure, IIT group structure. We have 10 subsidiaries located in Thailand, 2 units, Malaysia 4, Indonesia 3 units, and India 1 unit. So based on this also, we have also 2 holding company, which is INGRS Industrial Thailand, as well as INGRS Industrial Malaysia, which represents the holding company within the group. At the same time also, currently we have about 7 partners from different countries, namely Japan, Korea, and also then India as well as Indonesia, moving forward for our businesses as you can see now. So we have presence, of course, in Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, of course, and India for our operation, where we manufacture. And the purpose of having all this within the country that we operate is to be to serve the customer and nearer to the customer, for us to serve the customers in a very high quality and also a speedily manner. Okay, just to share with all the members, INGRS key milestone going back to 2015 until 2021. So in 2015, we concluded restructuring of INGRS Group by 30th January 2015. Then we converted the public listed company to INGRS Industrial Thailand Public Company Limited on 9 December 2015. 2016, we have entered a few agreements with Tech of Korea for automotive solution for technology. Then 2017, officially we were listed in Stock Exchange of Thailand on 9 August 2017. And also at the same time, as part of our expansion program, ITSB, one of our subsidiaries, Taipei subsidiary, is already signed agreement with Oikikai, which is one of the Daihatsu company, related company from Japan, to develop new models for the Malaysian market and beyond. 2018 again, part of our technology acquisition, we entered an agreement again to support us, the company in Hyundai Indonesia project, as well as also we entered a collaborative agreement for our subsidiary Talent Synergy to produce the collaborative robot or cobots on the 22nd January 2019. Moving forward, 2019, we again entered agreement with our Wuyong for this is for molding, and also we established INGRS or Kikai Technologies Berhad, which 2 years earlier we signed a joint venture, a joint TA agreement. Now we fully developed a joint venture company to Indonesia. Then also at the same time, as part of the expansion program for Indonesia, we established a fully owned at this stage PT Indonesia Industrial Type Indonesia on the 15 November for manufacturing part Indonesia. 2020, we received business award from Hyundai to start the first project with them. And 2021, Alhamdulillah, we started the delivery for the IATSB in Malaysia, as well as part of our green effort to sign a solar purchase agreement between us and one of the facility provider in Malaysia. Okay, overview of manufacturing base, as I mentioned earlier, we have four operation company facilities in Thailand. We have 5 in Malaysia. We have 3 in Indonesia and also 1 in India. As I mentioned earlier, also part of our growth engine, there's 2 major facilities that we are expanding very rapidly to serve the high tensile stamping company in Malaysia, which is IATSB, and as well as the development of PT INGRS Industrial Indonesia in Indonesia for the Hyundai project. So these are total facilities that we have in 4 countries that we operate. Okay, going for INGRS nature of business operation, we'll basically we are divided into 2 main divisions, which is our automotive component manufacturing as well as support businesses. So under the automotive component manufacturing, we have 2 major business technology related, which is roll forming parts and also stamping parts. So for roll forming, later we'll show you the breakdown of products in detail, but just an overview that the product for roll forming covers door frame, sealing system, and so forth. And product for stamping, obviously from small stamping, fine blanking, and also even anti-module assembly. So for our ACM supporting business, we are in the position of die making for fine blanking and medium and small die stamping, including die maintenance, and we are moving forward towards aluminum die. This is being done with our facilities in fine component of Thailand. And for automation integration service provider, which is our company, is Talent Synergy located in Malaysia, Bangi, Malaysia. That's being supported by Taesung and Nurumeka from Korea to provide automation integration, AGV, automated guided vehicle manufacturing execution system, MES, engineering services, smart factory, and all this. So based on that, also we will share later on our technology partner and also joint venture partner in detail to support our roll forming and stamping businesses. Okay, just to clarify our position in the whole automotive supply chain value chain. Currently, INGRS, all Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, and India, we are currently at Tier 2 and Tier 1 manufacturing to support the OEM of the respective country. Just to know, we are some of operation smaller, which is Tier 2, and most of our operation also in Tier 1 manufacturing, directly supplying to OEM, where in Thailand they have about 23 original equipment manufacturing, Malaysia have 13, Indonesia have 13, and India have 24. So then part of it, then we supply to OEM, then OEM will do the distribution and also after sales service. So this is where we are at Tier 2 and Tier 1 manufacturer for our OEM. Okay, as mentioned earlier, our strategic partner for INGRS, we have along the years established a very good reputation and also partnership with our partners. We are very protective of our partners moving forward. They are very important. They are key elements of expansion. Without them, INGRS will not be able to explore our opportunities beyond our current shores, even Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and India. So together with them, we have explored and also continue to find opportunities to further explore later on the other business opportunity together with them, and also finding new partners. So one of them for reforming, we have 4 TA and also joint venture partners, namely the first and the longest, Katayama Kogyo, which is based in Japan, which we have been together with them nearly more than 20 over years, nearly 30 years. This is for reforming. And also for roaming, also we have Yone, part of the collaboration with them. Yone is a very well-known trading company in Japan. We have PT Tida, which is our local partner in Indonesia, as well as Wuyong recently, part of our TA since 2019 to support our expansion in Indonesia, namely Hyundai project. For stamping, also we have 4 partners currently. Okay. And for Produa Automotive, which is our major partners in Malaysia or customers also. And also we have Ogikai, which I mentioned earlier, part of our exploration into the new high tensile technology provider. And we are proudly to say we have start partnership and also start operation in January 2021. And Taesung also we have a TA for again similarly to support our expansion plan in Malaysia for the Hyundai project. On die making and automotive solution, die making we have currently with Imamoto of Japan, and also for automotive solution we have Nurumeka for portable robots and Taesung for our automation division. So moving on that, we have a lot of partnership, long serving together with them. Then we value their participation in our expansion. Okay, going for products. This is basically a 3-item door module, exhaust system, and sealing system. And our major product will be the door size and door related and battery machine. So this is roll forming product base. Okay, going for stamping, we have module assembly, underbody heat management, module assembly for front and rear, and door hinge and related parts. Then we also do multiple product, multiple module assembly, underbody side structure for various customers along the Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and India. Okay. Then for die making, this is where we partner with Imamoto of Japan. We have product fine blanking die and also normal stamping die with the maximum about 4 meter to 1 meter. So this is our we mostly supporting our internal business. Later on, we'll expand to our external customers also. Going for automation, we also provide AGV, production monitoring system, robotic, robots, and also specialized machinery as required by our internal as well as for external customers. Okay, this is our ability currently to integrate our manufacturing automation division, and together we come out with expertise of smart factory project whereby we develop our own control tower, iPost, data management system, and towards the end cloud server. This is our plan to explore and integrate our knowledge of automation system as well as our current operation to integrate all together under one system, smart factory project for INGRS, and we will market later on to external customers. Okay, then moving forward, the EV market also is very interesting for us. I think everybody well aware about EV. So based on that, we have positioned ourselves at INGRS to participate in all the EV related companies, and basically when utilizing our current product as well as looking to opportunity of expanding based on current product moving forward, aluminum stamping, battery tray, body parts, high tensile stamping. We under currently ability to manage, also develop, and also under mass production. and aluminium road forming, dosage and lower extrusion for lower side backline loading. So these parts, also this all these material are under our development, as well as that some of them are within our ability of our operation in INGRS, as well as our TA partner capability to manufacture and move forward. Okay, then I pass to the financial highlight. I pass to our CFO, Kun Charizat bin Saidin. Izzat, please.
Thank you very much, Kun Hamidi. So I will continue with the financial highlights for the financial year ended 31st January 2021. First, let us look at the summary of the performance. As you can see, the sales, in terms of the sales revenue, for the financial year 2021, we closed with a 24.1% drop from the previous year at 2.15 billion baht. This is an impact from lower economic conditions in India as well as Thailand, starting from Q4 2019, that we have experienced very low economic conditions, and then after that we were impacted by the closure of some of our operations due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In terms of the gross profit, the margin has dropped due to that low revenue that we are managed for financial year 2021, and also some higher expansion costs that we have incurred in relation to our expansion both in Malaysia as well as Indonesia. So the margin was at 11.3%, or 243 million baht for financial year 2021. In terms of the selling and general admin, we are managed to record quite significant savings, about 11.7% in financial year 2021, almost 62 million baht. This is as a result of our activities, our cost savings activities, mainly coming from savings in terms of personnel costs, as well as those fixed costs that related directly to the temporary closure of our operations. And due to that, the drop in terms of the revenue, the higher operating costs for our development of the expansion, the bottom line was closed at almost 250 million baht loss before tax for the financial year ended 31st January 2021. A little bit analysis on our geographical revenue. As you can see that the overall revenue dropped by 24.1%. Malaysia remained our main contributor of the overall revenue by 55%, and followed by Thailand 33%, India 7%, and Indonesia 5%. Overall revenue fell because of largely from the lower TIP, which is the total industry production from all the 4 countries, mainly due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Malaysia, being the largest revenue contributor for the past few years, recorded the least unfavorable variant at 14.5%, due to the market has recovered quite earlier than expected because of the initiative made by the automotive industry in Malaysia to revive back the economy by giving some incentives to the buyer. As you can see here that Indonesia is the main business for INGRS that impacted by the lower TIP, almost 50% drop. This is because of Indonesia are largely dependent on its domestic market, where the proportion of export and domestic is about 30% to 70% domestic. That's why, as a huge impact of the pandemic, the overall purchasing power of the domestic market in Indonesia has dropped. That's why there was a very low demand for vehicles, and our revenue has dropped from 226 million to 100 million last year. India, I think the third largest country to be infected by the COVID-19 pandemic, recorded a 17.4% drop from the previous year, with a 24% drop in terms of the TIP. Okay. On our segmental revenue analysis, we can see that, as mentioned by Kun Hamidi just now, we are divided into three categories, three main divisions of our revenue. First is the roll forming products, stamping products, and also the automation solution. For financial year 2020-2021, roll forming is still our biggest contributor to the overall revenue of the group, representing 52%. Stamping products, whereas at 48%. Automation solution is at 6.6 million, or less than 1%, because of they are mainly impacted by the lower demand of the solutions from the external market. That's why the revenue has dropped from 26.7 million to only 6.6 million. Nevertheless, the automation solutions division has been providing all those services to the rest of the companies within the group, support internally in terms of automation as well as enhancements of our manufacturing facilities. Stamping products closed at almost 1 billion baht last year, mainly contributed by our main company in Malaysia, ITSB, and also some improvement we can see in fine component Thailand, where they have increased their overall revenue this year as compared to last year. On the right hand side, this is our top 5 revenue contributor by OEM. Overall concentration of revenue improved for Produa and Proton from Malaysia due to the quick recovery from the COVID-19 impact last year. You can see that the concentration of revenue has increased from 75.1% from these 5 customers to 78.6% in the financial year. From Malaysia, Produa and Proton is the second largest contributor, then followed by Honda. Honda ranked third from the contribution of the revenue. Mainly we are serving Honda in 3 different markets, in Thailand, in Malaysia, as well as in Indonesia. Consolidated contribution was at 9.7%. On the fourth is Mitsubishi Motors. We serve Mitsubishi Motors for 2 markets, in Thailand as well as in Indonesia. And lastly, Auto Alliance of Thailand, which producing Ford and Mazda vehicle, contribute about 7.2% of the overall revenue to the group last year. On our statement of financial position and also return analysis, we can see that for the as at 31st January 2021, the important thing is that our debt to equity ratio has increased from 0.68 times to 1.25 times. This is due to higher liability that has increased by almost 50 plus 60% to baht 2.7 billion. This is as a result of additional borrowings that the group has undertaken to finance all the capital expenditures that we have for our expansion program in Malaysia as well as in Indonesia. Nevertheless, the total assets also has increased due to that activities on the capital expenditure by almost 800 million baht last year, as at 31st January 2021. Then to sum up, that equity reduced mainly because of the losses that we have incurred, as well as some translations of reserve from our closing of the financial statements due to some forex loss due to the stronger baht that we are experiencing here in Thailand. For the return analysis, it is obvious that due to the net losses recorded in financial year 2020 and 2021, the ROA, the return on asset, as well as the return on equity are at a negative level of 4.5% and 10.2% respectively. The overall performance for financial year 2020-2021 is commendable due to the struggle or the challenges that we are facing as a result of the very slow economic conditions in all the 4 countries that we have operation in due to the pandemic. Then I think we are managed to go through that period. The impact is believed to have been subsided as we can see that they are increased in terms of the volume, especially in all markets now. And then now we are on the recovery mode, almost at the end of our recovery mode, and focus moving forward on our strategies that we have on our expansion, a big expansion in Indonesia as well as in Malaysia that we already have in our pipeline. So I think that's all on the financial highlights. So I pass back to Kun Hamidi to continue with the future outlook of our group. Chen Kap.
Kun Charizat, I think in summary, I think the impact of COVID is quite obvious, but nevertheless, the management have INGRS took opportunity quite much earlier to develop at least at this stage 2 major growth engine for the company. So namely, that's what I mentioned earlier, one is in Malaysia for current being, and also in Indonesia for the PT Industrial Indonesia. Then this is one of our major growth engine for this year. So this is as mentioned earlier, INGRS Technologies Berhad, or short form IATSB. This is to supply all this new high tensile stamping product for the new direct sole platform. This is a joint venture between INGRS, Produa, which is our customer in Malaysia, and also our Kikai from direct sole company in Japan. So actually incorporated in 2019. So we have initiated this effort before, much earlier before the COVID. So by this year, 18 January, we have started the mass production, and inshallah, moving forward, the customer is involved in the product also and the joint venture. So with this, we ensure INGRS will continue to get the continuous model for the next upcoming model, for the next few models, especially related to high tensile. So that part of it relating to EV, we are there, energy efficient vehicle, and also we are the sole supplier for such relevant parts in Malaysia. So this is one of our major growth engine for this year. So moving forward in Indonesia, so as mentioned earlier, we have established PT INGRS Industrial Indonesia. We acquired this company, which is in Delta Silicon, Indonesia, and we will complete the setup of the facilities latest by July this year, in order for us to support the Hyundai expansion project in Indonesia towards end of the year. So we have established the facilities as well as for the stamping line, and also all the assembly currently supplying to rear floor module and side structure module. So this is again the impact will be felt. Full impact will be felt another few years. Then this is the growth engine. Then moving forward, these two for the current operation is going to inshallah be big and also sustain our growth for the next level. Okay. So continuing on in line with the two growth engine, we have also continued our support and also service to our OEM in our respective country. In Thailand, we have 4 secure projects with total revenue over a period of 5 years about 1.9 billion baht, with total investment of 155 billion baht. So this is continuing our services and support to current OEMs in Thailand. And for Malaysia, we have 5 secure projects, which total revenue of about 3.0 billion baht, with total investment about 607 million baht. Indonesia, 4 secure projects, total revenue of 10.5 billion baht, with investment of 1.7 million baht. India, we have many projects serving many customers, 11 secure projects with revenue of 1.4 billion baht, with investment of 84 billion baht, totaling about 24 secured projects with a revenue of 15 billion baht, with total investment of 2.5 billion baht for the whole INGRS group, moving forward for the next few years. Okay, then for this initiative, currently the management have yet will continue to pursue expansion program, especially targeting because we have two currently in Malaysia and Indonesia, and also now we are targeting in Thailand, strategic partner expanding in especially stamping opportunities, especially relating to EV and so forth. So we target to become the tier 1 in to OEM in Thailand. India also, we are looking into opportunity to tap the Korean OEMs in India. So then this have been the initial discussion have been conducted, and also the interest from our potential strategic partners have already mentioned, and that is there already. So we are currently conducting market drive with also partner and finalizing the feasibility study. And Vietnam project also very interesting for us. We earlier 2-3 years ago wanted to participate, but unfortunately didn't happen. But we refocus ourselves to Malaysia and Indonesia. But Vietnam, due to current population and also the TIV growth, potential growth, very interesting for us. We'll continue to look into main OEMs and also conducting market drive with strategic partner. So these three countries, as well as other opportunity that we have, the INGRS management and company, we continue to look into this growth engine, also targeting at these three companies. So basically, that's the presentation that we have for today. Thank you very much for the opportunity for us. So we are looking to answering a few questions during the session. Okay. Okay. Can we see them? Okay, Vijay, this question for you, business outlook in February and March 2021. So,
okay, the business outlook that now is already in April, February and March commanded a very promising growth that we have experienced from last year. We can see that Malaysia and India specifically has improved in terms of their total industry production, as well as in Thailand as well. So it's promising that February and March that we have concluded. So we are hopeful that April onwards the market will respond the same. Okay.
Okay, just to add in what our CFO mentioned, but be cautious on the current issues on the semiconductor also affecting the industry. So as we are aware, semiconductor worldwide, especially for automotive, has some impact due to supply problem. So we are monitoring it, and I think the OEMs, especially the big OEM, are having plans to ensure the supply for semiconductor. And also in the event of recurrence of COVID-19, the lockdown or something, we are well aware, but we are very positively cautious despite all these issues. Okay, so there's one question. Now is there any new negotiation with customer? How much of the revenue expectation? When will be summarized? So as mentioned earlier, during my previous slide, yeah, can you go back to previous slides? The other one, yeah. So this is our secured project. We have 24 secured project, total revenue about 15 billion baht, with total investment for 2.5 billion baht. So this is what we have secured. Of course, currently there's about 13 for the whole year, about 13 new start of mass production, and ongoing for that, we also looking now continuously providing quotations and also support for the development of all the OEM within the country where we are present. So we continue, and until and unless we have secured, we will make announcement officially once we get the LOI. So currently, this is what we have secured: 24 project, 15 billion baht for revenue and investment about 2.5 billion baht. Okay. Okay, again, are there any merger, acquisition or joint venture in this year? Then currently how many companies are in negotiation business side of potential partner? Okay, again, one more as mentioned earlier, for PT Industry Indonesia, we are currently towards finalizing a partner, at least one partner for this to support technical services TA for our supply to Hyundai, and this Korean partner will now currently very advanced negotiation stage. So hopefully we'll secure the agreement within latest by June or July this year. So once everything concluded, we will make the announcement properly. And also, as mentioned earlier, we are looking into another few more, especially India and Indonesia and also Thailand, to move into stamping and also molding and such and Korean business in respective countries. So among that also Japanese partner, we have opportunity. Then once we conclude everything, we will make announcement. But you can see our history, we have always co-developed and also maintain good relationship with our partners. So we don't see that will not continue, and in fact will continue aggressively, more aggressively in the future. As mentioned, without these two growth engine that we started off much earlier with Japanese and also potential Korean TA partner, we will not be able to recover as soon as what we are showing now for the next few years. Okay. Okay. Then okay, another. Is there any backlog and how many backlog in hand for year 2021? Okay, that one I think backlog meaning we are always just in time with the customer, meaning that we try to follow the delivery of customer. So currently there's a very minimum backlog for our kind of business and supply to customers. So the backlog also only for a replacement market, but the numbers are very, very small. Okay. Then any more question?
Yeah, there's one question on the how much percent of the company expect for the sales gross revenue in the current financial year 2021-2022. We believe that we are going to recover after the slump during last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and based on our internal research as well as the findings from our customers, that we believe that all operations in 4 countries will revert back to the level just before the COVID-19 hit the world. Yes, we see a very significant growth this year, but I cannot reveal the percentage. But we see a very good, promising year this year due to the 2 factors: the recovery of all economies, especially in Malaysia, India, and Indonesia, and the fact that we have that 2 main projects in IATSB in Malaysia, as well as the Hyundai project in Indonesia, which plan to kick off later on this year. These are the additional revenue contributor to the group that we hope can add in a little bit on our growth starting from the financial year 2021-2022. Okay, and of course the second one is that, is there any potential profitability? Is there any business plan to overcome this matter? Yes, as I mentioned, we are almost there, almost finished on the impact of the COVID-19. I believe that all governments, all countries in the world has rolled out their vaccination program to get the economy back and running again. So we believe that we are halfway there, and this positive news can contribute largely to our growth and also business plan to move on. Our main focus now is to get the expansion in Indonesia ready to give contribution in the next 5-7 years. And in terms of profitability, we cannot confirm on that, but we are confident that this year is going to be better than last year. Okay, I think that's Capex. Okay, Capex. How much Capex do you spend in 2021? Of course, we have summarized all of our commitment in the next year. This is, as mentioned by Kun Hamidi just now, 24 projects already secured, and this would involve a total investment about 2.5 billion baht. Of course, in automotive industry, the project is not short term; it's long term, and also require a very heavy investment. 2.5 billion baht will spread over the next 2 or 3 years, depending on the mass production of the particular models that involve in the future. So that is what we have in our bag for the next this year, as well as for the next few years, 2.5 billion baht investment.
As mentioned earlier, Gunjan, I think we continue to engage with the current OEMs of the respective countries. We are present, of course, once we get the LOI, the confirmation, then only we make announcement relating to this. So we have the pipeline now secured. So rest assured, the management will continue to pursue opportunities with the current OEM, as well as opportunity to find growth that we have proven ourselves. Currently, before the COVID also, we secured major expansion in Indonesia, as well as in Thailand, in Indonesia. The next will be, we'll do a major opportunity in Thailand.
In Thailand, yeah. Okay, I think that's all. Is there any questions? No more. Okay, Kun Hamidi, I think there's no more questions. We have addressed all the 9 questions that we have received.
Okay. Puja, thank you very much. So again, thank you very much to all members, especially giving us an INGRS opportunity for today. So thank you for SCT, all analysts, investors that are participating in our session. Hopefully, this is our first time directly. So hopefully we can continue to engage by quarterly basis. The opportunity for us to share and also inform all the investors, the analysts, and also stakeholders of the progress of INGRS. Rest assured, the management will continue to look into opportunity to improve our business, really unlock the value for INGRS to the stakeholders. This is more important. Then, but we would like to thank every member, and also thank you very much. Then we will like to say thank you and also goodbye. And that's it from us. Thank you very much, and Sawadee Krap.
Sawadee Krap.